Should we really differentiate between fiction and reality? Should credit card companies dictate our morals? I may or may not answer these and more questions when we have a good talk about credit card companies, censorship, and PICs. My name is Felipe Pereira Sibioni. This is the FPS Factor. Stick around. I will actually answer those questions from the beginning. If you haven't heard the news, Steam has banned some games from their store because their terms of service were updated to include things credit card companies don't like and don't want to provide service for. It doesn't make much sense because their payment processor, they are not church, they are not the state, they are not police. Perhaps now they are the thought police. Perhaps it is time for us to ditch actually the credit card companies, because who are they actually to dictate what we can't buy and enjoy? It is absurd. It is unless you are some moralist person who also doesn't understand between the difference between fiction and reality, you will most likely not agree with this assessment. A credit card company cannot do this. It does. It is doing this. It has been doing this actually for a while now. It has been canceling payment from mostly Japanese stuff. It has been targeting anime. There is a group, Collective Shout, that takes credit for this campaign against anime, claiming that fictional stories depicting sexual assault, depicting incest, they incite these things in real life. That is actually disproven. There are loads of research that confirm that fictional media does not make a person do something. If someone says they're influenced by a fictional story, be it a book, movie, video game, anime, or any other thing, to commit a crime, they're just using it as an excuse. Obviously. Also, these people are not actually fighting for the people who are suffering through these crimes in real life. You don't see them actually fighting for abuses that women receive because they claim to be fighting for women, because these things, the rape fantasy that incels read, play and watch, make them commit crimes against women. If that's the case, let's ban Twilight, let's ban 50 Shades of Grey, let's ban all women's romance novels, if that's the case. But it's not the case, because it is fiction. It is not reality. it does not affect reality in the way they say it does. I am about to do a whole topic, a whole video. Actually, it's part 2 of another video that I did at the start of the channel. It's been like 6 months, I believe. I am overdue to make that video about the difference between fiction and reality, but do believe me, there is kids as young as 5 years old, they start to process, if they have a functioning brain, the difference between fiction and reality. They will finger gun at your direction, says pow, bang, in English it's bang, bang, you are dead, and then you fall over, oh, I'm dead, and the kid will laugh. If they did believe you were actually dead, the kid would not be laughing around, etc., because they know the difference. Even if it's, oh, the children, they are starting to internalize gun violence, because they are doing this, because they are playing with Nerf guns, with water guns, finger guns. Next, they're gonna shoot people, they're gonna kill everybody. They were born to be serial killers. Ban everything. That's not how it works. When you have stories that tell you bad things that are happening, for example, rape, sexual assault, incest, it's another actually type of thing. It can be a sexual assault, but it cannot be. It does not make people go and do it. Some things that do actually make people go and do it more are news, news about suicide, news about school shooting in the United States, in Brazil. Here, I'm from Brazil, hello. We have had studies that confirm that having news about suicide, for example, make the suicide rate go up. But if you have a movie or a TV series that tackles the issue, that has a character that ends their own life, it does not raise the suicide rate. What then? What's the excuse? If, for example, I talked about this game already, the game Hatred. It is a very violent game about a guy who is fed up with everything. He goes around mass shooting. It did not increase the mass shooting population in America, where the game was mostly sold. Mostly because in America we have lots and lots and lots of shooters already. It would not increase that much, even if it did. But okay. So they do nothing. Let's take another example that people love to talk about. Lollies. Oh no, the 4-letter word starting with L. Oh, the lollies. Protect the children. If you see a children in an anime, you will go and assault children on the street. That's also not how it happens, because I don't know still if I'm gonna put some gameplay or if I'm gonna be on the camera. if I'm on the camera, hello. If not, you can just hear my hello. But anyway, I'm gonna put this image here. This drawing of a pipe. Is it a pipe? By seeing it, do I want to smoke something? No. Let's take this drawing of a gun. If I point that gun at you, this fictional gun, through the internet, through YouTube, did they threaten you with a gun? If I say die to anyone, I wouldn't say it to you guys, I love you all. If I said die, did they threaten you? I am a person speaking on the internet. To you, I'm not. I'm barely real already. Even if I'm a real person. No. To all these questions, no. Now, this drawing of a lolly, is it a real kid? No, it is not. Anything that happened to a girl in an anime does not happen to a real person. There are things that happen to real persons, real girls, but it has nothing to do with the character. Please, do not confuse, do not mix up fiction and reality. We, as a species, have been telling stories for perhaps tens of thousands of years. We have written stories from more than 5,000 years, confirmed, about characters wanting to achieve immortality. The legend of Gilgamesh. It's one of the, if not the first, the oldest actually, story that has survived, because we probably would have more stories. Most of them are used as warnings for things that we might encounter in our real life. They are not one-to-one to reality. It does not happen like that. If there is, for example, a story of how a guy creeped up to a girl and assaulted her, the person, if there's a girl hearing this story, watching, listening, hearing and listening, as far as I know is the same thing, but okay. Reading the story, we will know signals to avoid, ways, will think about ways to defend herself. Fiction is essential to the human experience, to our life, to everything that we are. Without fiction, we are nothing more than a machine. Perhaps this is what they want. Work to the bone, then you're gonna climb another mountain, as the music says. All that without thinking about anything. Remember, this is the result of Occupy Wall Street. We had Occupy Wall Street, and then we had this instead. Gender ideology, very well promoted by the same companies that would have been audited or had anything bad happen to them due to the Occupy Wall Street movement. But I digress. This is very, very bad. We don't want censorship. Art was not made to be comfortable. Art was made, and there's always people who are pushing the boundaries. Yes, video games are art. Anime is anime is art. Game is art. Manga is art. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not art. Even bad art is art. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. There are loads of things that I don't like, but I know that they are art, an art form. I'm not choking on Brazilian funk, for example. It is a little pornophonic for my tastes, but it's art nonetheless. There are people who enjoy it. Who am I to say you should ban it, it's bad? There are people who enjoy it. Doesn't matter if I don't. We shouldn't censor others. It is very bad. Now back to the pics stuff. If you haven't been caught up to, this is another entirely different topic, but it melds together with the credit card one in a marvelous way. Actually, thank you, Trump, for bringing up the topic, because it makes people pay attention. Trump is hand in hand with Pirate Software. By criticizing something, they actually bring attention to it, and we can actually do something about a very big problem that's occurring in our industries. So, Trump put some tariffs, or is about to put some tariffs here in Brazil, 50%. We actually have a deficit of exports to the United States, so they can't use the excuse of deficit or surplus in exportation, in imports and exports. So he cites other things like piracy, product piracy, actually piracy where you counterfeit a product and try to pass it as an original product, which is actually slowing down. China is making up their own brands now instead of relying on counterfeiting like an Apple cell phone. Instead they are selling Huawei, they're selling Xiaomi, and my own phone is a Xiaomi actually. It's from 2020 and it's still on par with the phones from today. That's their advantage. Trump cites 25 de Março, 25 of March. It's the name of a street where they sell basically gray market stuff. We bring it without paying taxes, because taxes here are very high actually for us to bring imported items. Even though we don't make those items, it is idiotic. Same as with the United States tariffs. But okay. Another thing he cites is PIX. It is unfair to those poor small credit card companies and Meta that is coming up with their payment method. Poor big multi-billion dollar companies, leave them alone. So, what is Pix? Imagine PayPal, but it doesn't need to be from a website. Oh, actually, it was made by our central bank. It's not. It's like an agnostic payment system. Every bank here in Brazil has a Pix. You put your you can use your email, you can use your social security number, like it's a number we have that's assigned for each one of us. It's called CPF. We can input one of these or our phone number. English, please. I'm not from the United States, but I'm trying to speak English here. So we give, for example, if I am to sell, for example, a Pokemon card that I have, even if I am doing a gameplay thing, I'm gonna show one at least card right now here on camera. Attention me from the future, from the editing part of the video. There we go. For example, I have this cute Eevee card. Look at, if I can focus it. Eevee is sleeping. Very, very cute. A full art, rare illustration card. Here in Brazil, it's worth like $60. $62.80 if I'm not mistaken. I can buy lots of Steam games with that money. If I were to sell to someone, when I'm trading cards with people, I can just say, oh, my Pix is my phone number, 123 456 789. Then they enter any of that person's bank, any bank that they have. It will have a Pix area. You go there, oh, transfer money to someone else. Input the number of the person. Okay, 123 456 789. Amount $80. Transfer. Instantly, I receive the money. It's in an instant. It's not even a joke. The person clicks send. Oh, it went. Then I check my phone. Did it go? Yeah, it did. Thank you very much. Here's your card. Business can use QR codes. They generate a QR code, or they have a fixed QR code for the business itself. You scan it, input the number, or it comes up automatically. It does not need anything else. You just need a bank account for that. It does not use the credit card institutions. We, normal people, we don't need to pay any type of tax, any type of money to use the Pix system. It is so good. It is one of the best decisions money-wise that the government has made for a long time, actually. And when Trump says that it is unfair advantage, he may be actually right, you know? It is a very big advantage. Actually, it should not only be an advantage for us, we should actually share this advantage. Let's implement this system not only country-wise here in Brazil, but world-wise. We really should have a payment system that's accepted everywhere, that's not needed, that does not need to pass through a third party, that gets money and power for nothing. Let's destroy credit card companies. Pix can also be, you can also pay in how do I say it? You can divide your payments. I forgot how it is in English, but you can pay, for example, installments. You can pay stuff in installments on Pix. You input, for example, I bought sneakers for $100. I pay $20 for 5 months. There you go. No interest even. It is so good. Pix is the best payment system that we have. Let's end credit card companies. Let's end credit cards. Let's kill them. They don't deserve to exist. They're just taking money off companies. They're taking money off people. They promote people getting into debt to buy stuff. They just suck the money out of the economy to themselves. And now they wanna be basically a new government agency for all the countries in the world. They do not have this right. They do not have this prerogative. They are not the government. They are not a religion that people can follow the teachings of. They cannot say what we can and can't enjoy. Because yes, there are people, going back to the stuff from the beginning, there are people who enjoy stories about sexual assault, incest. What's the other thing that they said? I think these are the two main ones. Lollies, anime girls, you know. It's also ridiculous that they say, oh, it's an anime girl, she looks like a little girl. So what? So what? If they look like a little girl, it's not a little girl. It's an anime character. How old is this character? This character seems like it's 17. So it's just like a little baby. No, it's not. It's a character, and it does not do it. It will not kill you. It will not come after your daughter, your mother, your sister. Nobody's gonna do that because they saw an anime character that looks like a girl. It does not happen. That's not how it is. I'm gonna repeat myself. I did repeat myself a lot on this because it needs to get into the heads of stupid people. Listen to me. Show this to someone who doesn't think. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please listen to me. Person who someone shared this video with. Fiction is not reality. This is not a pipe. This is not a gun. This is not a little girl. These are drawings. These are pictures. These are not persons. Please know the difference between fiction and reality. And don't censor stuff. Now back to everyone else who have the thing that I said before. Are they gone? Okay. Did you show it to the person without a brain? Good job. Also share this video with other people. Subscribe to the channel. The channel is really small right now. I need to grow it larger so I can do it much more. Also, if check out my other stuff. I talk about game recommendations. I talk about one game per video in a good look at series and other stuff like this. So back to Pix. We really need to implement it, an interbank, intercontinental system of payment. If it's like a Pix, because nowadays our communication is instantaneous. We have the technology. We can rebuild them. We have the technology to communicate, to send data, to send stuff. We can, for example, buy something from a website that's in Japan, to send a gift to someone in Chile. It's crazy, and the package goes from China to there. So it's crazy that we don't have yet an automatic, instantaneous, worldwide, without tariffs or costs system for payment for everyone, that does not discriminate. If you say, oh, but people commit crimes with it, okay, then go punish the criminals. If someone is committing a crime, go and punish the criminals. It's not hard. We already have laws to do that. The credit cards companies should not say, oh, this is not against the law, but I don't like it. So you don't have the right to purchase something. Yeah, I'm gonna do it my way. No, it's not right at all. We live, most of us live in a free world where we can be whatever we want, we can do whatever we want, given the laws, of course, and we can buy whatever we want, given our current financial situation. There are problems with our understanding of financial situations, of lack of actually rights to live and be free, etc. In regards to UBI, universal basic income, but that's a whole other separate issue. I am in favor of it, just know that. The thing is, we are free to do what we want. We are bound by the law. Credit card companies are not the law. They should not be dictating what companies can and cannot sell. They should not be dictating what we, the consumers, the customers, buy and not buy. They don't have this right. Let's end them. So, what can we do? We already banded together, we, the game players, remember? Journalists, gaming journalists, in quotes, always say, oh, gamers are dead, gamers are dead. Okay, we're the game players, we're the people who actually play games. We banded together to stop people from killing our games. Now it's time for us to band together against credit card companies to stop us from buying whatever we want to buy. Let's band together, let's make Pix for the whole world movement, so that these credit card companies die. They deserve it. They deserve to die a terrible death. Also, the people who are running these credit card companies need to be investigated and perhaps even persecuted for interfering with the freedom, you know, of purchase, of act, of being, of everything. You cannot just censor stuff. So let's band together, let's do something about it. Talk to me in the comments. Talk to your friends, talk to other YouTubers, send this video to those YouTubers who react to stuff. I'm shy to send my own stuff to them. Perhaps I should. So that we can make something out of it, you know? Let's implement a worldwide PIX system. A payment system that does not require credit cards, that's agnostic, that people won't censor you, won't censor the art, that when you make a game, you pay for stuff, you invest all your savings on making a game, so let's make it so that people can't just say, oh, I don't like your game, it has themes that I don't agree with, so you cannot sell it anymore, you won't have a living, you just lose all your money. Let's stop that. Kill credit card companies. Long live PIX. Worldwide PIX. Hashtag worldwide PIX. No CCs. Okay? This was it for today's video. I hope you guys talk to me in the comments. As I said, talk to people about it. And I'll see you, or rather you see me. As I said, I can't see anyone here. I'm talking to the camera here. Pom pom pom. So I can see you guys if you describe yourself in the comments. Actually, I'll see you in my mind. Until next time, thank you so very much for watching this very important video, and until next video, bye bye. Thank you.